Yo, another edition of Hayes NXT. Got the review for NXT from last night. It was a decent show. We'll talk about the matches that went on and everything. The first match was Fandango and Tyler Breeze versus the Forgotten Sons. Riker was that ringside, so it was just the other two Forgotten Sons. It was Cutler and I believe Blake. So Fandango started the match. Him and he locks up with I believe Blake, and he tags in Breeze. Then they both brawl, and then Riker somehow gets involved in a match. And then Cutler is able to get control of the match. Then he gets a backbreaker on Breeze, and he gets a knee drop for a 2 count. Then Blake is tagged in, and then the double teams, they do their follow up, but they also get a 2 count again. Then suplex hits, and Blake covers for another 2 count. Then Breeze, he tries to battle back, he hits Insiguri, but Riker pulls Fandango out of the ring so it can stop to prevent the hot tag from happening, as Breeze needed a hot tag at this point because he'd been in the ring for a long time. But since Riker pulled Fandango out the ring, he's out the building. The referee said he has to go. He says he's done. So the crowd started cheering, and then Breeze is able to tag in Fandango. He gets in there, he goes crazy, he hits everyone with the clotheslines, he gets lots of chops, lots of slaps. Then he does a snap slam on both of the opponents. Then he does a tornado DDT, and then Fandango heads to the top, but he gets cut off by Blake. He hits a clothesline on him. But Cutler's tagged in, and then they do the Rana, and then the flying headbutt, but it's also a 2 count. Blake headbacks in, and then Fandango hit him off. He dumps Cutler, then he hit Blake. Fandango then comes off the top rope and follow up with the slingshot elbow drop with a double team. And then Fandango covers the win. 1, 2, 3. It was a decent match. Very decent match to kick off NXT. It's good to see Fandango and Tyler Breeze back. It's good to see them going at it as a tag team. They got a good win over the Forgotten Sons. They teamed up last week. Fandango was injured for all but say a year. So it's good that he's back now. I see him and Breeze gonna be on the NXT brand, as they previously was on SmackDown Live doing their Fashion Files segment. Yeah, the match was about 5 minutes though, but that was a big win for the team, and that was Fandango's first full, really good match coming back. Now during the evening, they show highlights of all the matches from NXT TakeOver Toronto. They show the Dream versus Roddy Strong and Doom. Now they took a segment in the back with Pete Dunne. He comments on the loss. He said he would have won, but American Dream prevented that from happening. Basically saying he had to do whatever he had to retain. But Pete Dunne, before he left, said he gonna do whatever he needs to do to take the title off of him. So I'm smelling a rematch here. Maybe this time instead of a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship, we're gonna have a one-on-one match. Pete Dunne versus versus Velveteen Dream. So hopefully we get to see that match of some sort, and maybe he'll win the championship. Now next they talk about the NXT Breakout Tournament. And what the NXT Breakout Tournament is, they pick out 8 superstars from NXT. William Regal said so many superstars they have in NXT history. They have a little tournament. Whoever wins the matches, they advance to the next rounds. Whoever wins the tournament overall, then anybody for the males, they get a championship of their choosing. Whether it's the NXT Championship or whether it's the North American Championship. So that's interesting. It's kind of like a Money in the Bank contract, but an NXT version. Except I don't think they get the briefcase like they do on the main rosters. So that's interesting. I wonder who's going to win that tournament. That match is actually I'm going to discuss in a moment. But there were 8 guys there, and it came down to 2. And that match we'll discuss later. Then they next talked about the Street Profits. They beat Undisputed Era and NXT TakeOver Toronto. Yeah, the Undisputed Era was mad about the loss, saying that they want to talk to William Regal. They said that they were screwed out of championship match and that the legal man was pinned, and they think it's controversy and they want somehow to get a rematch. So here's another recap of Io Shirai's heel turn. The win over Candice LeRae at NXT Toronto, which I said before was a very excellent match. She did her thing. She is doing real good as her heel turn. She was a face before, but ever since she turned heel, she has really turned it up a notch. So hopefully they keep momentum with her, stays that way. Who knows? She may become NXT Women's Champion later in the future, even though she lost to Shayna Baszler 3 times in the past. Let's see what happens with that in the future. Also, they talk about Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim at the NXT TakeOver. And Baszler, they interviewed backstage, and she just said, and still, basically saying she's still the champion. Next, they talk about the classic match between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. Those guys went at it. It was a war. I'm wondering what's going to happen next. Who's going to be Adam Cole's next challenger? I heard rumors that Gargano may go to the main roster. I don't know if that's true. I haven't seen it. Wasn't on Raw SmackDown this week. I don't know what's going to be next week. I don't know what's going to happen with Johnny Gargano at this point. Or is he going to get another championship title match for the NXT Championship? Or Cole will get a new challenger. Or maybe the challenger that wins tonight decide to challenge for that championship, whoever wins. So that's going to be interesting. Can't wait to see what happens next week with that. And also talk about the Dane versus Riddle Raw and NXT TakeOver. Those two guys, since they didn't have an official match, they're going to face off next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Last match of the evening, which is the NXT Breakout Tournament, coming out to the final two. Jordan Miles, Mr. Ballin versus Cameron Grimes. First, they locked up first. They're working to each other's counters, and Jordan Miles got the ground into action. Then Grimes, he counters out. He gets more control of Miles. You know, Miles, he is fast, very athletic, energetic. He gets to his feet real fast. They work at each other's counters. Miles gets drop kicks the knee. He gets a 2 count. Then the Dragon Screw follows, and Miles, he gets some leg kicks to the floor. Then Grimes, he cuts him off, hit him with Superman punch and rolls him back in. He lay boot to Miles. Then they follow with chops. They slam to the buckles. Then they get a 2 count for that. Grimes, he comes out, he goes back and forth with him. They hit Grimes with action. He's working on Miles' arm. Then Miles, he turns around, he fires up, he gets a 2 count on him. Then he grounds things again. Miles fast gets to his feet and he hits a Dragon Screw. He falls with jabs, forearm, and a basement drop kick. They both go to the floor, and then they go back in. Then Miles flies in to get a high cross for a 2 count. Then he heads up top, but Grimes cut him off. He gets like a black slide and a dump suplex for a 2 count. Then Miles looked for a German suplex, but it got countered. But he still tried to get a 2 count. It's still, near falls. It's still back and forth. A very, very competitive match between these gentlemen. I didn't know who was going to win. So it kept the crowd going. It kept me going too. Then Grimes, he looks to roll the floor. Miles stopped him. So when he took him to he tried to turn to a turnbuckle, and Miles put his finger saying, no. He thought he was going to get his leg to rope, but he didn't. But Grimes throws him off the ropes. He fires back. But Grimes hit the running splash fly for a 2 count. Then he picks up Miles. He counters the running double stomp. Then Grimes come back with a super kick, but Miles fires back and hits the brain buster. Then he hit the 450 splash from top rope for the pin. 1, 2, 3. So that was almost a 10-minute match. Jordan Miles defeated Cameron Grimes. He's going to have a championship of choosing NXT Championship or NXT North American Championship. He got the pinfall. That was a very good match. It was a good match to end the evening. So that, like I said, that was amazing. I would give that almost 4-star match. But everything on NXT was a NXT, not definitely NXT. Everything, the matches, segments, everything, great show as they usually do. After the match, William Regal, he comes out. He has in a contract, not a briefcase, just a regular contract. And he raises his hand up, and that's the end of the show. And a closeout for NXT. So, you guys let me in the comments below. What championship is Jordan Miles going to compete for? Is it going to be one or two championships? Who's he going to compete? Is he going for the main championship, or he going to go for NXT North America championship? My opinion is he may go for NXT championship, as North America championship is kind of busy over there. You know, you got Pete Dunne challenging for it. I doubt we get another triple threat championship match like we did at NXT TakeOver. He's going to make challenge Adam Cole. That'll be very interesting. So we'll see what happens next week on NXT. You guys leave your comments below. You guys comment, subscribe. Have any questions or concerns, let me know. You guys take it easy.